Hello, Gogis. I hope you all are having a fabulous summer. I am really having a great time. My new song, Ariel, is out now, and I would love to sing it for you all here in Colorado. So I hope you enjoy. This is Ariel. It's about basically, when you break up with someone and you just kind of have to go your separate ways. And that's okay. You got to send the other person love and say, great things are in store for both of us. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but hey, that's okay. And I thought for you all, it would be kind of fun. I've never done anything like this before, but I always play my songs for you all, after they're released, and I do an acoustic version here on YouTube. And I thought it'd be fun to give you a little bit behind the scenes of just, what the lyrics mean, what the verses mean. I wrote this a while back, and it means a lot to me to release it now. So I'm gonna play you the first verse. No need to I'm here as well. I opened with that because I wanted to talk about how, I'm here for you. And I feel like in a relationship sometimes when you break up, you just feel this energy. But I wanted to say, you know what? I'm here, I'm here as well. There's no need to, yell or fight or scream. Let's just talk to each other as human beings and let's be here for each other. And then the next line is, I know the times have changed and the time has come, but no need to yell. I don't know if you can hear that plane going overhead. If you can, my apologies. These next lines, I say, the times have changed and the tide has come. And, sometimes you meet somebody and they're really great and everything's perfect and you really like them, but you grow apart from each other. And I think that's okay. I think that's totally okay to grow apart from somebody and to have that difference and to acknowledge it. And I say the tide has come because to me, I think the ocean is a great metaphor for life because this tide comes in, it comes out, it comes in, it comes out. And I think that's like love, you have periods of your life where you're madly in love and periods of your life where you're alone and periods of your life where you're independent and that feels good. So I see it as like it's an ebb and flow and it's just always changing. And I'm going back to my new routine. I'm going back to who I used to be. I'm sorry that it ended this way. The line about I'm sorry that it ended this way, I feel like I'm a big people pleaser. Whenever I'm around someone and I have to confront them, it really gives me anxiety. I really don't like it. And in these lines, I was thinking, when you're in a relationship, we all have a routine, maybe it's more rigid than other people's, but everybody's got a routine. And I think when we're in a relationship, our routine kind of fades into a whole new thing. Maybe it becomes the other person's routine, maybe it becomes your routine and they take it on. But I want to talk about how when you're out of a relationship, you go back to that routine, and maybe it's for the better or for the worse. But you're also going back to who you used to be and that person who you were. Maybe you're taking some of what you learned in the relationship, or maybe it was a bad relationship and you need to go back to your authentic self. 'Cause no need to yell. The times they change, but I chose to walk away. I think here I'm stating that independence. Look, we had our time together. It was great. It was wonderful. But I made the decision to leave this relationship. I made the decision to leave, and I'm acknowledging that, and I'm honoring that. And I think that's important when you're in a relationship. And you'll always be some head, but don't you know? Here, I'm acknowledging that, look, it wasn't all, roses and butterflies. We had our moments of anger, frustration, and you know that. let's acknowledge it. Let's not just be like, it was a great experience all through and through, you know, it was rough at times, and let's acknowledge that, and let's, you know what I'm talking about, you know, it's like, let's acknowledge that. 'Cause I'm going back to my old routine. It's nothing against you, it's nothing against me. I'm going back to what I used to do somehow. It's like, you know when people say, it's not you, it's me? And I think that's so annoying. It's like, but I think, you know, you gotta acknowledge that there's nothing against you, there's nothing against me, we just have to go our separate ways. And that's just how it is. Even if things worked out perfectly, I'm my own person, you're your own person, and we just have to go our separate ways. It just has to be like that. And so I'm gonna try to get back to my old self, you know, and I'm gonna try to find that person again. 'Cause I'm no need to yet, and the time has changed. Reach out, one might say, but I'm there's no need to yet, and I'm here. You always have that bond with that person, you know? You'll always have had that time together. And just because you might have broken up with them, and you might not be their boyfriend or girlfriend or partner anymore, you still will always have that connection. And acknowledge that. And like, we'll always be friends, we'll always have each other. But you might not be, you know, romantic lovers, but we'll always be friends. And I think that's what matters. So I hope you all enjoyed digesting this song with me, you know, taking it apart. I write all these songs, and sometimes I don't even know what they're about. They just come out of me, and sometimes I know exactly what they're about. But to anybody out there who's going through a breakup, a loss, anything, my heart goes out to you, and hope you find your old self again. I promise you will. It's deep down in there somewhere. You got it. All right, I love you, Gogis. Have a great day.